So that will be three questions. And if you don't have many questions,
I don't have many questions. Ordinarily, if I'm permitted, I would have asked about 7 questions. But I'm going to ask just 2. My name is Jami Olaru. I'm one of the newest allergists in town. I report for all this season. So I want to ask about issues arising from the election, post the election in past 20. You agree with me, sir, that during the past 3-4 months, there have been a lot of damage done to value system in the state. And this stem out of the fact that a lot of intrigues, propaganda, and all sorts of in the air. You have a brand management office during the first 20 months. And I remember a time when you said there might be some other ministries that will support the judicial investment. I want to ask from you, sir, what are you doing to rescue the theoretic value system in the state? That's my first question. The second question, sir, is you have always said your doors are open to people from opposing parties. We don't see them coming to you. We want to ask whether it is a mere window dressing that you have to say something, whether you are actually reaching out to them. Thank you, Excellency.
The Deputy Governor, all party chieftains. My name is Jim Wabuzo. I report from Dallas Television, Lagos. My question is, when you were talking, you awarded a pass to INEC. Nigerian democracy is dead by 2 days, in 2 days' time. How would you want to assess, with your pass mark given to INEC, how would you want to assess our electoral system so far, this past 10 days? And looking at it from the point of the wrong election, So please, gentlemen, because we still have more interactive session with the government. For whatever question we want to ask, for the purpose of this gathering, please let it be centered on the non-election. Thank you.
Sir, I welcome this. In view of the crisis that is taking the reform, sir, would you describe the Nigerian democracy, which is 10 years old now, as would you describe the 10 years old democracy in Nigeria as something as maybe we are seeing something that is? As a 4 years of fireman, in an interview we did in London, with the people although owned by his friend, owned by a friend of his, that people in strategic places in the UK do African Confidential. He was asked, is the appeal going to focus on one local government area? He knows where election observers have raised the most questions. He said, that's correct. And he went further to emphatically state that the basis of the contention of the votes in the NLC would be one, that the votes were counted outside the recognized INEC center. That the votes were counted in a police station. That the requisite electoral officers of all the other parties never signed any legitimate papers to accredit or validate the vote. And that when the vote, according to him, were smuggled into INEC HQ in Ado-Ekiti, the so-called woman of conscience literally had to go away for a couple of days. How would you, given the backdrop of the very logical explanation you just given now about the voting pattern in those and the previous elections across all of those states and the state, how would you explain the issues of the votes being counted outside legitimate center and the other? Thank you very much.
The damages to the value system is very unfortunate because as part of the desperation of the state, they brought some women who appeared half nude in public. I want you to study that photograph very well. That they appeared also in lace that were newly sold for them. That's the first thing you will see about that. And that they were chaperoned by people who were not nude, semi-nude themselves. I am not God, so I can't claim to know how God's mind will work. But if God's mind were to work like ours, I'm sure even if it is to appease God to do something against me, they are failed because God will wonder, why are those of you who are more involved not stripping? Because whatever will make an unknown woman whose husband is not contesting election, who is also not running mate, who is also not women leader of the party, to go half nude. A woman whose husband is contesting elections, or who is running mate, or who is women leader, who are going to be the beneficiaries, to appear only in pants. Charade of some kind. Now, these damages have been done. And I mean, would I like to see my mom appear in public that way, or my wife appear in public that way, or my daughter or my sister appear in public that way? The answer is no. And I put it now to you pressmen, ask them which of the faces in those photographs are their very close relations. Which of those faces in those photographs, ṣé wọn ní sísá ni, àbí wọn lọ́mọ, àbí wọn ní ìyá, àbí wọn ní ìyàwó? Which of those photographs are their close relations? They are destroying the value system in the society. Just to make a point in gangsterism, we will have to do a review. I agree with you, Alhaji. We will have to do a review. Because if for 2,000 naira only somebody can be made to parade half naked, and it is called a protest of conscience, where is that conscience? The conscience that is bought for 2,000 naira? God help us. Yes, we are serious when we say our doors are open to opposing parties. We believe that we will get there. We will get there. We are working underground. The first thing is for us to work underground. But working underground does not mean that we also not speak the truth, like we are saying. Because we haven't come here to abuse everybody.